Hello YouTube, this is Darkon633, and today we're going to take a look at the Kamen Rider Ex-aid Deluxe Gamer Driver. Now this is the main device that's used by various riders throughout the entirety of Kamen Rider Ex-aid, and it's definitely a good device in terms of functionality and just overall looks at times. However, just saying this off the bat, it's definitely not the best value to get a hold of this set, and we're going to see in this video why this particular version is definitely not the best to get a hold of. Within this set, you do get a couple of things. First, obviously, you do get the Mighty Action Gamer X, which is just the standard gashat used by Emu to become Kamen Rider Ex-aid. It does include the Gombaret card if you actually got a hold of the first round versions, which are pretty cool here. It does have the strap, which is obviously a standard for belts, and the actual gamer driver itself. So that alone's already kind of a red flag, since you're not going to get a whole lot out of this on its own. Anyways, now we're going to take a look at the device itself. It does have a pull tab, which now we're going to activate the sounds for this.
Mighty Action X!
So very similar to the lock seeds, it does have kind of like a win and lose sound, so we're going to activate the sounds now. This device itself does not have any electronics, and all it does is that it reflects the picture that is actually printed on the actual gashats themselves, and activates the sounds by pressing these little buttons which are on the side here. So it's pretty much just a shell. So anyways, here we go. We're now going to go to his level 1 form. So it was kind of hard to see. There's an LED that will actually go through the gashat since it does have the electronics on here, and it will reflect under these tiny little areas which will show up. Next, in order to become his level 2 form, for those who haven't watched the show, you do pull the lever and then so that's all it does for this particular device, if just using the first slot. You can activate his level 3, which you do need to move the gashats to the secondary slot. It does not have any other sounds from here, but it will now go through the sequence now. So what's going to happen is that it actually goes through a little bit of a pause, since it's supposed to go through the sequence. The first gashat, which is attached to the first slot, will activate its sounds and lights if you have the deluxe one. If you happen to have a Candy Toy or Gashbon, it's not going to have any lights, but it still will go through the sounds. And the second one will go through the sequence like that. That's why the pause is there. So unfortunately, that's really all the device does on its own. There's definitely a lot better ways to get a hold of this driver now, since the show has long been since over. But this is the version I happen to manage to get a hold of, since this particular device has been quite hard to get a hold of even though the show was over. So it's definitely better off at this point to wait out and see if you can get the one with the Kimiwaza slot, which unfortunately is the only way to get a hold of his critical strikes or any of the sounds of the critical strikes. You can activate the little buttons on the actual gash on its own, so it's not like you're going to be completely locked out of the sounds, but you're not going to go to the full value of that particular sound without actually getting the Kimiwaza slot or any of the weapons that are released in the line, since pretty much all of them are compatible with any gashat, since they don't actually read them. So this is definitely a kind of hard sell to get a hold of the main belt set, and the only reason why I got it is because it was definitely a lot cheaper than getting a hold of it with the Kimiwaza slot, especially with the secondary prices it's going for. There is another version which includes both the level 99 and, maximum 99 and Muteki, and a couple of others, including one that has a bunch of the other gashats from the other riders. So your best bet is to probably get a hold of that just to get a little bit more value on this. But this alone really doesn't do a whole lot, and it's unfortunate since it's a pretty cool device, especially when you compare it to all the previous seeds which had at least 2 to 10 if you're talking about DK, double, etc. And I really wish this set at least came with 2 gashats, since it's a real problem that it only came with 1. Obviously, this was kind of hard to really think about when it first came out, but as of right now, it's definitely better off to get the other sets. Anyways, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hero Taku. Also check out Twitter, DarkOn633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. You can check me on Instagram under DarkOn633 as well. I'm back with more Kamen reviews and more, but for now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.